Yeah, listener, I was just really getting into boxing the time Donald Curry was emerging, beat Milton McCrory, was calling out Hearns and Hagler and all that. So I didn't really know his brothers, and I didn't know his situation with Gorman and Akbar Muhammad. I will say, though, this, however, that situation is as old as Father Time, guys. And we can find these lessons in the Bible if we look hard enough and whatnot. But what happens, and this is a tragedy of the structure of boxing, a young, tough kid from the streets latches on to some people, whether it's Gorman or whether it's the Goosens or whatever. He makes good. He becomes world champion, and what happens? There's some slickster that moseys along and says, "Hey, we don't need to deal with that white guy who brought you out of the ghetto. Forget about him. I'm the one who will take you all the way, brother." And by the way, guys, so let's not make this a color thing. I mean, obviously, probably with Akbar Muhammad and Curry and Michael Nunn and with what he did getting rid of the Goosens, what color had something to do with it. But I can tell you this, look, if you read my book, Warrior of the Light, you'll notice there's a trainer in there named Tarek Azim. Now, Tarek spoke the language of the college wrestlers. Like, he was an ex-college football player. Not a very good one, right? Like, nobody who played a down at Fresno State, but one who spoke the language that they spoke, the fraternity brothers, just like Akbar Muhammad, Don King, and these other people spoke the language of the street, right? Like that sung to the hearts of Michael Nunn and Donald Curry and whoever it might be at a different time, right? All you have to do is be able to relate to these people speaking their language on their level, and it works. And unfortunately, oftentimes, that person singing this swan song is not singing this swan song because he has your interest at heart. He's singing this swan song because he has his own interest at heart. Now, let's be fair, too. Look, there's a certain amount of delusion that comes with success. I've been there as a young man, right? Like, I was in Kosovo, 27 years old, and my business was bringing in millions, right? I thought suddenly I was this genius. Well, I wasn't a genius. I was in the right place at the right time. Just like many of these fighters were. What they didn't realize, well, what was the right place and the right time? And oftentimes that was meeting the Goosens or meeting Gorman or whoever it was that actually brought you into the sport and whatnot. So unfortunately, this is something that just happens. I feel sorry for Donald Curry. I remember the loss to Hunnigan. I remember the whole world was shocked because Lloyd Hunnigan was an Englishman from nowhere that nobody knew, that they thought had no chance. And Hunnigan went on to lose the title to Jorge Vaca, who was a really unthought of Mexican fighter at the time. But yeah, listen, I can tell you this. I changed gyms, mainly because my trainer was being a scumbag and I was smart enough to see it. But changing gyms can be hard. Like, you don't, like, you lose all that support. A trainer-fighter, manager-fighter relationship is so much more than business. It's a personal level, right? And that's why these guys often switch to this swan song that they're hearing from people, because they feel like, oh, I'll be safer with them, and they don't recognize it. And it goes on today. Look, Tarek was, like I said, a college football player. He was speaking to college wrestlers. Like, it just changes, right? It doesn't, like, I don't want people to think, oh, you're saying like he's black and from the ghetto, so he's uneducated and makes stupid mistakes. No, we're human beings. We all make those mistakes. And those college wrestlers I saw made those same mistakes, right? Like, they understood the language that, Tarek was spitting, and there it is. So, that's life, man. If you want to get deeper into that, guys, get deeper into religion. Everybody, read my book. Oh, wait, I'm not supposed to say that. Everybody, like and subscribe my channel for more reality about life and the fight game.